What up though, y'all? This is Ami with The Real Visual Outlet, and as always beside me,
So.
And today we have special guests on our show.
I'm Scumbag Fred.
Lurier.
Okay, tell us your social media and where you guys are from.
We're from Belleville actually, and you can find us on Instagram at Scumbag Fred, no spaces, no anything, or Lunicy Link Boyz, Lunicy with the I, and Link Boyz with a Z. And Lurier, yes, no spaces.
Lurier, Larrair, that's everywhere. All streaming services, all social media.
And you just came out with a song, right?
I did. I just dropped a song Friday.
Yeah, I think I have
called
seen
Shit, yeah.
Shit. It's called Shit.
Yeah.
Why shit?
You have to hear it.
Okay, so both you guys are in the Lunicy
Link Boyz.
Link Boyz, okay. So how did, that group come about? Because it's a group of what, like close friends?
It's 4 of us. We started rapping together like probably about 8 years ago. And we was just having fun on the laptop for the most part for like the first 5 years. And then we started really taking it seriously and like perfecting our craft. And we ended up just labeling ourselves Lunicy.
Right. Yeah. So have y'all dropped like any songs together, like with all of you guys?
Yeah, we have a full-length album out.
Okay.
Can you tell us about your name, Scumbag Fred? Why Scumbag Fred?
I mean, I just love like raunchy, raw, anything dirty, and like it just adapted
go
with
against
itself.
The grain type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like go against the grain, but it's also not. I feel like I just do the shit that nobody else wants to say they do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's dirty, but nobody like to say they dirty.
And people like to put up personas, and things like that, especially on social media.
For real.
And you 100% you just do whatever.
Yeah, like if I'm going through it, like I feel like it's the most relatable to do.
So You Don't Like Me is on your Instagram bio. So why is that? Tell us about that. And do you want people to, or people typically don't like you?
I mean, it's kind of like almost like a double entendre. Like you wouldn't like me, as in like you probably would like me. You know what I mean? But you ain't never gonna know unless you try. So you probably wouldn't like me. No. It's kind of weird. I think about that shit often, but it's been in my bio for like 3 years. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm not changing that shit.
I like it though. You don't like me.
And so your account's been blocked a few times. Why keep getting blocked?
Because you don't like me.
I feel like
don't like you.
Yeah, I feel like I like just come close to some of their guidelines, and they're like, "Oh hell no, that's tripping." And then,
so do you know what their guidelines are? I know you can't show nudity.
No, I don't read none of them.
I don't think you can show nudity, but
you be showing nudity?
The hell?
Almost.
We just ain't catching.
Like no, I mean like I'll post like photos with girls and like looking skimpy or whatever, and then like Instagram will just go on my shit and delete it or block my post for like a day or two, and then I'll be back.
Hey, back guys, back like I never left.
That's weird. I mean, it's not weird. I guess it's good that they be looking like that, but they really be looking like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to.
Why you messing with me?
For real, I only got 2,000 followers.
Right.
So we see you have like a lot of different cartoons, anime characters, photos, and that you make reference to a lot.
Yeah.
Growing up, what was your favorite show?
I never really had like a favorite show, but it was just like a jubilee of cartoons and like random horror movies that would just attract me a lot. Like, but honestly, one of my favorites I gotta say is probably Courage the Cowardly Dog, just because it's so misty and spooky.
Yeah. Stupid dog.
Right. Eustace always on tip like.
Courage, he be going through them little mini panic attacks and stuff. You feel them too, and you like, Courage, calm down.
Right. Courage had PTSD.
For real though. I see you got plankton though.
Yeah, I got plank. I got this like 4 months ago.
Not plankton, but plank.
Yeah.
Thinking about SpongeBob.
Potato.
That happened before.
Plankton. Because it's like, it's just fitting. I don't know.
At UMaCon, somebody said that shit.
Yeah. People just like see it automatically think plankton
Right.
off
But
instinct.
you know it's plankton.
Right.
And then you know it, but it's just like plankton.
For real.
No. Okay, so just tell us, how did you get into music? You know.
I started playing saxophone when I was like probably like 11 years old, and I played for like 3 years. I never knew how to read music, but my grandmother had me in the program, and I was trying to learn by ear. And at one point, she even had me like in classes to learn how to read music, and I still couldn't do the shit. So I ended up like just breaking out of that and getting into hip hop with my friend Warlock, and he pretty much just taught me the ropes, and it was a rap ever since when I was like 14.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'm 22 now, so I'm not too shabby for.
So not too shabby. So you played the saxophone. Now, would you incorporate like live music into your music?
Most definitely. I'm actually like working on a tape right now with this dude named Nolan Pyzik, and he plays guitar, drums, and we're making a live audio.
You should
tape.
hop on it and put your little finger to use the saxophone.
I haven't played saxophone in so long. I
You
feel like
better
I'll
get
be trash
back to
now.
it. We need some real live music.
You're right though. I could
You
like
know?
just come back and be like the next Kenny G in this motherfucker.
You feel me? You know. I feel like you could definitely make some hits with that. You
Hey,
know?
you wasn't supposed to tell him about that shit.
Okay, so do you write your own music, or sometimes is it as a collective, you know, being that you are a part of, you know?
For the most part, I write all like 90% of my music, but I would be sitting here lying if I said they didn't like come in time to time and be like, yo, you should say this instead of this.
Yeah, I was
You know what I mean? Like, so.
Are all of you guys, like, okay, so you do solo projects, because you have arch nemesis.
Yep.
You know, so you just delve off into solo projects, or the band collectively helps with the solo project?
It's like we all push towards Lunicy. At the end of the day, we all know that Lunicy is Lunicy, and it's never going nowhere. But we all know, like, to build Lunicy, that we have to be ourselves too.
Tell us what it was like actually creating arch nemesis. What inspired that whole?
Honestly, I was going through a lot at that time. Like, I didn't have a place to stay. I was fucking jumping from place to place, not really knowing what I was doing besides musically. And I feel like it really helped me just know who I am as a person to like move forward and like sustain shit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like after I did drop that shit, like it made people take me seriously, more seriously than I was taking myself at one point, honestly. So
I think I read too, you said that it came about when you started getting blackballed or something.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, some like in general type shit. Like nobody out here, people love that hype ass, dancing ass music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love it too. I can't complain, but you got to have some uniqueness too. Like Detroit, not just that.
So is that where the name kind of came from? Like, your arch nemesis is basically the scene out here, really.
Almost,
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
And like I considered myself as an arch nemesis. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like people like thought of me as like this like villain almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. I was in a weird mindset at that time. Like I said.
So tell us about your album cover for Arch Nemesis. You know, I kind of feel like, you know, for me, I was taking it down.
She got real deep.
Yeah, I got real deep.
Explain exactly what you said about the album cover.
It is deep.
Look, so it is deep meaning behind the album cover?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Well, I want to hear what you think.
You want to hear? Oh. Boy. So listen, you are blindfolded. It's a white girl's ass by your side.
Yep.
Maybe you don't like white women, but you love that ass. So you stuck it out. And it was like, you know, I don't know.
No, that's a good theory. That's a good theory. I might just start running with that
I can fuck with it.
So but that's what I was just speaking. Like,
honestly, it came from like,
it
came from like, I wanted to look real, just catch your eye as soon as you see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you see ass as soon as you see it, you go click it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Clickbait.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, so my meaning was just
And like I had a suit on, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, what the fuck, you don't see me with a suit on? Like, niggas like, what the fuck? You got a suit on?
I dug too deep. Sorry.
No, like I said, I like that one better. I'm
The
like,
suit is all the deep meaning for me. The suit and then the white bitch ass. You feel me? Like,
it's honestly, fuck that bitch. Nah, she owe me $10.
Hey, shout out to you on $10.
Right.
You gonna watch this? I already know.
I know she gonna watch it too. Bitch, give me my money.
So, what's your favorite song off the album and why?
Candyman is one of my favorites just because like it caught people's eye the most and like it got that traction the really way it needed to. Shit, I jumped off a fucking roof playing that shit, you know what I'm saying? And honestly can't blink with this, man, just cause Black Noise made the beat. It was disgusting.
you mean All Black?
Yeah, All Black.
All
yeah,
Black.
Yeah, All Black. But the beat was so disgusting when we was making that shit. And I just remember being in the studio catching that vibe like, yeah. Wild.
So tell us about your production. You know, what is your process for? Do you actually produce?
I don't.
You
I
don't?
want to, honestly. I need to.
He's
But
active in the process though.
yeah.
Very
sure.
active.
For sure.
Okay.
Fucking, I made it sound like I'm sitting here producing and shit. I'm not, but we're both active in the production process.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like as an artist, what sets you apart as an artist?
I feel like I said before earlier, like I just say things that not everybody wants to say out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I bring that to the table. Niggas be like, yo, he actually said that shit. Why? You know what I'm saying? But I think that's really the only thing that sets me apart other than like this all out uniqueness.
So
I know I'm not like no other nigga. Right?
So do you feel like that's a strength in your music, or do you have any personal things that you think are your strengths in the music industry?
I feel like besides marketing myself better, which is what I'm working on right now, is my strengths are all together already. Like the lyrics, the flow, the persona, all that shit. Like I feel like I got it, but now I just gotta push it into more places to actually make it do something.
How do you feel like you're being perceived by the Detroit scene? Do you feel like you're being accepted, or do you feel like it's like separated and kind of?
It is kind of separated, but at the same time, I still see niggas like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I see that nigga, you know what I mean?
How do you actually want to see yourself in the future? Like, what is your vision for yourself as an artist?
I honestly just want to see the world and be able to connect with new people that I never thought I would connect with through music. And and that's honestly already what I've been doing. So I'm already on the right road.
So you said that one of the songs, was it that where you jumped off the roof? Which song was that? Candyman, right? So what's your craziest performance that you've ever had besides jumping off the roof?
Shit. There's been so many shows where like niggas are going too stupid and like me and him are just standing there like, bruh. Like, the niggas is going too hard, punching each other and shit in his motherfucker.
Like a mob.
Yeah. Like,
I don't even have a favorite show.
yeah, I can't like put my eye on it because there's just so many hitters.
Okay. So do you have any anything new that you're working on or that you're trying to promote? Because I know I've seen that you were featured in this, what was it, like this Too Dope? Yeah,
me and Too Dope dropped a project on New Year's Eve actually. And that shit just came out on all streaming platforms yesterday. But as of like singular tapes, I'm working on a tape right now called Scumbag Millionaire to follow up Arch Nemesis. And I feel like it's gonna be like some of the best work I've ever made, honestly.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
Tell us about that title.
You ever seen Slumdog Millionaire?
Slumdog Millionaire.
I'm trying to base play it like that, but
okay.
That sounds pretty good.
I've had the name for like a year already. It's honestly, that's how it be for most of my tapes too. I'll think of a name and I'll be like, yo, like that's it. Like,
so what inspired that? Like, what do you think what this content will be mainly about for that project? You know?
Honestly, it's just gonna be showing the step up from arch nemesis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all about growth with this tape, honestly, and I feel like the music on this project that I'm working on right now is more in your face and like blatant, trying to like get my message off than arch nemesis was. So that's cool.
So previously, at the beginning of this interview, you said that you experienced homelessness. So how long were you homeless, and when was that?
It was early 2017 to late 2018. If I didn't have friends in Lunicy, I would be fucked. Like, I didn't know what I was doing.
So that's why basically it's Lunicy, you know, for life, basically, like you were saying.
I dropped the tag when I was going through that shit, just because I seen like they were my real brothers over like my family was being at the same time. Shit was wild.
Now, did you still continue to like do your pursue your music?
Yeah, that was the #1 goal. Like, cause I knew I couldn't get. I really don't have shit. I haven't graduated from high school. I don't have an ID right now. All I had was music to push me forward, and it did. Now I pay my rent off this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's what's up. You don't need all that.
Right.
Because you
I didn't conform to shit. Like,
there you go.
Me and him had a little job like on some construction shit, but like
for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but
you know, I like that. I like that you're self-sufficient. You know, that's really the goal. You know, it's not about having any type of title or alphabets behind your name or anything
straight
like that.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to get it how I live.
Exactly. You doing you. And anybody who trying to shame you for that, that's some bullshit.
For real. It'd be funny though too, like the same niggas who like talk down on you, see you in a different position, like, bro, I'm about to come out, bro. And you be like, okay, bro. I thought you just said I wasn't doing shit.
Right.
Right.
So I know you you go by the name Scumbag Fred. But I think I seen in another interview that you did, I think it was like a 60-second interview, and you said, call me Mr. Steal Your Roaches or something like that.
Yes, that's the whole thing. I steal everybody roaches.
Yeah. So give us your like your take on like just drug use in the music scene.
I feel like weird as fuck about it, honestly, because like I'm almost hypocritical, but if you can handle drugs, if you have the mind to do drugs, then do them. Don't abuse them, but you can do it. If you don't have the fucking mind to sustain yourself and know who you are off them drugs, don't do it at all.
Yeah, because I know you had an interview with an Australian platform, and you were speaking about a friend who I think had got shot in the face or something like that because they were off something, and they, you know, it was kind of like not a hallucination, but paranoia.
He was just paranoid off the drugs. Up that nigga. Like.
So yeah, and we see that a lot, like just in general in the rap industry, like drugs is like heavily
promoted.
Like,
what do you use?
I mean, like
it varies.
It depends on the day. Like some days I feel like I need I don't need anything, but I feel like I'll be like, I'll do some Molly or like I'll do some acid or shit. I really don't do a lot of drugs like that, honestly. Like besides like Molly, like I said, fucking acid.
We did shrooms not that long.
Shroom. I'll take a Xan every once. I used to have real bad problem with Xans. Like when I was going through that shit last year, like I was addicted to the motherfuckers. But I cut that shit out. But
now, where does it take you when you off the Xans and stuff like that? It helps.
Xan is just pretty much a sleeping pill.
Sleeping pill, so you're just always tired.
Like you just fucking zoned.
Right. So I asked you about the shrooms because like my wife, she was telling me like, yeah, we should try it or whatever like that. But she was saying like we should do it where like only one person try and the other person like watches the other person.
Trip sitter.
So I'm just thinking like, how, like, what is it?
Just get a third person and then
Yeah.
y'all need to trip together. Because like, y'all, that's a beautiful experience to share.
Being on hallucinogenics like acid and shrooms around a sober person could be a good or a bad thing.
Bad thing. Stop trying to climb the wall. Like, come on.
Yeah, like you be looking like, oh shit, this nigga probably looking at me like
Right.
And I actually had a friend who said she was actually entertaining this dude, and she was in the room butt ass naked with him.
Oh shit, off the shrooms?
Look, butt ass naked with him, and she was doing yoga poses. And she said, "Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. I'm doing these poses naked as hell.
Yo,
Was he off the shrooms too?
I don't know."
that's fucked up.
Either way, I feel like
Right, like, bro, I gotta get out of here, bro.
Right.
Look, if I was her, I'd just be scrolling like, all right, I'm about to try to get up out of here.
watch a movie and everything.
But yeah, but like, I do want to say for the record, like, I don't think anybody should take Xans. The bitches are fucking deadly. I just lost not a close friend, but it was a good homie off some fentanyl shit like 3-4 months ago, and like that shit is horrible. Don't do Xans. Don't fucking do them.
All right. Well, we want to definitely thank you guys for coming out and interviewing with the Real Visual Outlet.
I appreciate you.
Do you have any
For
shout outs?
Man, rest in peace, Gunner, bro.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Gunner.
I just lost one of my ex roommates yesterday. He just passed away in his sleep, so I want to rest in peace him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lunicy Link Boys.
Yeah, Lunicy Link Boys,
Shout out to
Warlock, WORLOCKK at that nigga. Find him on Instagram. Find 7th Lord X.
7th Lord _
X.
X. Link Boy shit.
Alright.
Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the city.
I appreciate y'all a lot.
For
All
real.
right.
We
Thank
appreciate you, and we wish you guys much success.
For real. Same to y'all.
you. All right.
And when you see me on the fence with a pocket full of chips and I'm smoking on a spliff, don't say shit. Cause I've been trying to make some sense out this life that I live. Little nigga, I be higher than a spaceship. When you see me on the fence with a pocket full of chips and I'm smoking on a spliff, don't say shit. Cause I've been trying to make some sense out this life that I live. Little nigga, I be higher than a spaceship. Final form, I think I reached my final form. Final storm, I'm raining on these lion whores. Final form, I think I reached my final form.